Today, folks, we're bringing you an incredible story straight from real life about eco-friendly wooden construction in Spain. Right now, we're in the Alicante region, not far from Valencia. As you know, it gets scorching hot here. And yet, here stands an eco-friendly wooden house. Everything you see around it is environmentally conscious, powered by renewable energy, with electricity supplied by solar panels. We were greeted today by the homeowner, Philippe, who told us a lot about this house. So, in this episode, we'll talk about eco-friendly wooden homes in Spain. Are they practical? Comfortable? How much do they cost? Is it worth living in one? And, of course, we'll interview Philippe himself. My name is Sergey, from Realtor Europe and House in Spain. Let's dive in and check out this home. As I mentioned earlier, the house measures 6 by 10 meters and sits on a concrete slab. It's a two-story building with a usable area of 100 square meters. The sloping roof takes up some space on the sides, leaving those areas better suited for storage. The house also collects rainwater from the roof, storing it in a dedicated tank. This home is entirely eco-friendly, running on solar and wind power and using collected rainwater for its needs. This system is a great option for anyone facing shortages of electricity or water. Of course, there's running water here, but it's primarily technical water and goes through a purification system before becoming drinkable. Now, let's talk about the house itself. You can see it's big and beautiful. Despite the intense sun and heat, which can reach 50 to 60 degrees Celsius, the wood structure has remained stable. The timber has been treated multiple times with fire and bioprotective coatings, making it absolutely safe. For those concerned about fire risks, rest assured that these homes are built using approved technologies and certified by architects. The walls are made of 44mm timber, layered with wind and moisture barriers, followed by 50mm mineral wool insulation, and finished with cladding boards. The roof is a sandwich panel with about 50 to 55mm of insulation. Inside, there's no air conditioning or heating system, yet it remains comfortable year-round, even in the scorching summer heat, or when winter temperatures drop to -3 or -5 degrees Celsius. Let's take a closer look at the house. Starting with the facade, you'll notice that the wooden boards haven't warped despite the high temperatures. They're secured every 50 centimeters with special screws that don't corrode. Beneath the cladding are layers of insulation and moisture barriers, along with the main timber structure. The timber is available in thicker sizes if desired, though the 44mm standard is both cost-effective and sufficient. However, the paint job isn't perfect because the client painted it himself without using a primer, so some peeling is visible. The house was built in just 1 month. Let's head inside. The doors are entirely wooden, with double-glazed windows and factory-installed hardware. Stepping inside, you immediately notice the wood everywhere, creating a classic and cozy atmosphere with a pleasant natural scent. The ceilings are high, and even tall people can move around comfortably. The flooring is laminate, chosen for its practicality, as it can be insulated to stay warm without underfloor heating. The kitchen is spacious, with plenty of room for cooking and storage. There's a large countertop, an oven, cabinets, and even space for a dining table and sink. Adjacent to the kitchen is a laundry area and an open living space with panoramic windows that offer stunning views of the surrounding landscape. Upstairs, the staircase is well designed and safe. There's even soft lighting along the steps, keeping with the eco-friendly theme. The second floor has 2 bedrooms and a bathroom. The master bedroom is large enough for a double bed, shelves, and a TV. The sloped ceiling areas can be cleverly utilized for storage or lighting. The bathroom includes a shower, sink, and space for a washing machine. It's practical and well-suited for a home of this size. Now, let's meet Philippe, the homeowner. He has lived in this house for about a year and a half. We'll hear his experience and thoughts, especially for those who doubt the practicality of wooden homes. Many people insist on concrete. So why did Philippe
Где-то год и
choose wood?
5 месяцев примерно, год 4.
We like it because it's different. The wooden house has got a different, like, earthy feel. It's not more like, yeah, where you can see a good view in it. It's according to us a nicer, not as expensive as other house, and it's a more earthy, natural feel against a brick house. So it's just different. It's different. It's nice.
I'll tell you right away that Philippe lives here on the property. There is no electricity supply here, and the tap water is not fully purified. This is a completely eco-friendly construction with a fully wooden house. There is no floor heating, no air conditioning inside. They only heat the house with solar energy and wind power. For this house is more than enough. It's not too hot in summer and not too cold in winter. How have they dealt with the heat and cold?
For us, it was really not bad because we previously lived in the Netherlands, which was also much colder than here. So it actually felt really not too bad, even though we don't have any air conditioner or heating inside. So we're going to use now a geothermal principle to heat up a bit in the winter and cool a bit down in the summer. And the temperature will then be actually fairly nicely livable. So we didn't really have a problem that we were freezing, so that's not a problem.
And you have good insulation.
We've got good insulation as well on the outside, because that can be added more. There can even be added more than at the moment. But we had that as a start, and we thought it's fine, because with the geothermal we're also going to add some more heat or cold in winters and summer.
So, guys, no matter what you say, living in this house is comfortable. The person has been living here for a year and a half. He grows mushrooms here. The electricity is enough even for the basement and mushroom cultivation. If someone wants to come visit him, feel free to do so. He will surely invite you, sell you his mushrooms, eco-friendly products from his eco-farm. You'll get them directly from the source and also have a chance to see the house firsthand. We are now located not far from Valencia, in the Alicante region. The heat here is constant. The person is not overheated here. There is also cold sometimes. He said that it can go down to -3. Even at -3, the house was comfortable without the heaters we're talking about now. There's no need to install heaters there, right?
It was about three negative, 2 negatives. I heard that it can go to 5 negative or so, but that doesn't sound like too often. But that's the least we had. But that was a short while, and then the least in the day was, I think, 12 to 15. It can be positive, which means then it becomes more. It's not like 0 or 5 degrees maximum.
Even without heating, even without radiators, electrical radiators, and without fireplace, etc.
Yes, because then we use the sun to open the windows and all the blinds, so that all the sun heats up the house, and then it's actually very nice. In summer, in the day, it's actually nice.
Great.
Has Philip noticed any changes in the wood, in the beams, in the house? Does it shrink, crack, or has it kept its shape, size, and ventilation as it was initially built? Is it comfortable inside? Are there any drafts? Does the wood warp? Because many people are afraid that the wood will warp in the heat.
No, nothing more like pulled away or anything, because the 44mm is quite thick and strong, so that doesn't bend. I would just suggest that when you assemble it, that you keep the temperature the same and that there's not other moisture or too much heat when you assemble, so that you just assemble it well from the start. Otherwise, we didn't have any bending or so. It's thick enough to not easy bend. That's the main thing.
And the most important thing, guys, you need to understand that even if you're building a wooden house, it must be treated. It should be treated with bio and fire protection. Philippe also treated this house 3 times. Thanks to this, the house is now certified, and he was allowed to build it. Of course, certification took about 3 months here. But there were no problems with it. He got the permit, put up the house, and now he lives in it peacefully. How long did it take him to apply the fire protection? Did it affect the color of the house at all?
It's the color wood. There was once options for like a clear, which is no color difference, or other one that was, it looked really like Coca-Cola, the color, but then went to pink, and that's the one that we used, and which was supplied from him as well. But then in the beginning it was a pinkish color, but within 2 weeks with the sun and outside it changed back to normal wood. But then it gave it a nicer color. If you see that the color it's got, it looks natural, but more the same, instead of having it the normal wood color, which would then go like brownish. And so it protected that the wood stays the same, and I would really suggest that that's a must to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's take a small detour from the topic, since we're talking about eco-friendly construction, and we're standing in the fields, next to mountains and fields, where there is no electricity. Philippe uses solar and wind energy. How much electricity does such a house consume approximately? How much does he use? And does anything remain?
I would say, well, we've got 8,000 watts of solar panels and a wind turbine that can do maximum of 2 kilowatt, although it's only in heavy wind that you see it. But that helps a lot for the winter when there's less sun, but a bit more wind, so to help that. And then we've got 10 kilowatts of inverter power. So if we switch a lot of things on, we can cope for that. And then 28 and a half kilowatt of batteries for a good backup. But we use it also for the mushrooms downstairs. We've got fans and humidity controllers that runs through the night, and some heating a lot that goes on as well. So at the moment the basement mushroom part actually uses more power than the house. So if it's the house only, I would say that is more than enough power for normal living. 5 kilowatt inverter might just be a bit too little, because if you put on a kettle and an oven, then you can start already getting close to 5 kilowatt or 4.5 kilowatts, so then you run on a limit. So I would suggest or 8 kilowatt or 5 kilowatts that I've got running in parallel. That's then perfect. And on the batteries, you eventually see how much you use and how much sun you've got. You can add more. It can be 1 or 2 batteries less, which will also be good enough. If it's like only 2 people living here, you don't need as much. We normally, if it's a lot of sun, within 1 o'clock the batteries are full. So it's not. It's just in some winter times, or it's very cloudy, we can be that the battery stays the same or go a little bit down through the night as well for the next day. But then it might go down a bit again if it's the same cloudy, but we've never had it lower than 40%, and we had 2 days of cloudness after each other, which was a lot of cloudy without wind. But as I say, at the moment the section downstairs stores a lot. If that's switched off, it will be much longer. So.
Why did he choose such eco-friendly construction? And does he enjoy living in it? Would he recommend to others to develop our topic of building eco-friendly wooden frame houses?
Yes, I would advise someone else as well to take it. And the reason why we took it was a multiple of it. It's a bit more cost effective than a brick house, and I think it can be done much faster in the building. Plus it's the natural way. A lot of people going past on their bicycles and that as well say, oh, Madeira. They say, well, it's a wooden house, so it's something different than having the same house as everyone else. Plus with the way that we wanted to go with the geothermal and all ecological with reuse and recycle, it works together nice in our whole concept for like the mushrooms we grow, that to reuse everything and gets everything back into the cycle, which is then overall a much better, cleaner concept in that sense.
We've gathered all the information, and what we've learned is that he likes it. It's eco-friendly, beautiful, and renewable. Energy can be used, and in principle, you can live like this. And probably the last question, right? Would we be able to invest monthly if we were to build such a house? Because many people ask this and don't believe that we can invest monthly in building such a house. Yes or no?
I would definitely say it's possible. If you like, by the time you wait for the delivery or so of the house, you can actually look at everything. If you schedule everything, like what you're going to do for electrical and plumbing, that you can know what's going to be must happen where, then you're not in a bit of a worry stage when it comes to that point. So you know already what will go where at the end. And then, as I say, it was just, apart from the basement was done by builders, but the house was built by us. At a stage we had some younger guys that helped us to carry the wood and pass for us and to help build it. But that we did ourselves. And for the building of the house to get as a structure was about a month. For everything complete was 2, maybe 3 months, but that was everything, and that's only me and my wife. So it was, otherwise if it's other team, it can be done in a month.
That's probably all. Now we know that it's eco-friendly construction, very quick construction compared to concrete building. It's very promising housing for those who want to move here and build quickly. Budget-friendly. So, if anyone has any questions, subscribe to the channel, ask questions, and we'll answer you. In my opinion, this house is quite suitable for living. It's comfortable for 2 or 3 people. A family with 2 kids, mom and dad, could easily buy such a house. It's very comfortable, warm, cozy, and smells wood. There's a lot of space and nothing unnecessary. For Spain, this is the best kind of construction that could exist. Because houses made of brick, this is one of the best kind of construction that could exist. Live in one of those houses myself, and it's uncomfortable. I'm planning to build such a house now. So here we've already discussed all these matters, and Philippe, who's been living here with his wife for a year and a half, shared his experience about construction, commissioning, and the cost, its comfort, and life in the house. He convinced us that yes, in Spain, we will now be building houses like this because they are quick, eco-friendly, and of high quality. Anyone who supports me, write comments. Anyone who has questions, I'll be happy to answer. All the links will be in the description. This was Sergey, Realtor Europe of House in Spain. Goodbye. See you soon.